That's good. I think it's on. A couple weeks ago on the Unlocked stream for September, we got the first teaser or the first hint of news for the DLC coming probably somewhere in October or within the next month. And that is, we actually don't know what it is, but we did get a pack art style image with 3 animals on it. And we have the Palace Cat, the Hamadryas Baboon, and the Markhor. Now, this leaves everyone speculating, what is the rest of the pack like? If we only have 3 animals so far, we know it's going to be an animal pack, but now we are wondering what the rest of the pack is. It is at minimum 4 more animals, because the Barnyard Animal Pack had 7 animals, and that is the lowest amount of animals an animal pack has had. So it can be 7, it could be 8, it could even be something as high as 12 if it is the final pack. I don't know if it is the final pack. In this video, we are not discussing what theme it is. I'm going to list off the 3 most popular guesses of what this pack is, but we're not going to go into detail like which one is actually more likely. We're just going to list off the 3 themes and a bunch of animals that could fit into each theme. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the most popular guess right now for what this is, and that is a Highlands Animal Pack or a Mountains Animal Pack. So if this is a Highlands Animal Pack, I could see a variety of animals going through, starting with probably ungulates. So we already had the Markhor, which is 1, but a lot of animal packs recently has had a lot of ungulates. So if we're looking at other ungulates that we could be adding to this pack, it could be definitely, probably the most likely one is the domestic or wild yak, because yaks are definitely symbols of the mountains or like high altitudes, and they are almost like a symbol of, or an icon of mountains. Next, on top of that, for other ungulates, there could be an Aoudad, which is a African hot climate ungulate, which is very similar, like another goat, but it could be something different. It is from Africa. It would be our first hot climate ungulate or hot climate caprid. So that would be interesting. Other goats could be the chamois, the Himalayan tar, the mountain goat from North America, and there's also something that I would personally find interesting in this pack, if it did include it, was the Japanese Sero. And this is interesting because it is actually from, I believe, Zoo Tycoon 2, and this would also be really nice just for Japanese diversity, because we only have 2 animals native to Japan in the game, which is the crowned crane and the Japanese macaque. So it would be interesting if we got a 3rd species, and especially if it is an ungulate, I would prefer it to be from someplace that is more exotic rather than just another like African or Asian ungulate. Outside of ungulates though, there are also a bunch of other species that can fit into here. Another one that is really popular right now that it almost feels like everybody is trying to fit into any theme they can is the tree kangaroo. The tree kangaroo is a widely spread animal in biomes, like specifically it is in tropical forests, but it is also found in mountainous forests. So that could also be something that we could look forward to. I'm personally not seeing it in this pack, but we will see. Another one that people have really suggested for a Highlands pack is the spectacled bear. Definitely one that is a mountainous species and South American, which we definitely need in the game. So that would definitely be something good. Another one, if this is a mountain pack, we could also see another primate like the gelada or the golden stem-nosed monkey. It is very unlikely that we see the gelada because while it's not a true baboon species, it is very similar in appearance, so it would make sense for it not to be included because we already have the other baboon or the baboon in this. Other than that, we also have another South American species, the greater rhea or the lesser rhea could also be included, as that is a mountainous species and from South America. The yellow-throated martin, the yellow-footed rock wallaby, bar-headed goose, all of those could definitely be included in here. Those are some of the more less popular ones, especially like the rock wallaby or the bar-headed goose, ones I see almost never show up in people's lists or speculations, but they do feel like kind of oddball picks that might work. And finally, I have on my list the alpine marmot or the rock hyrax, as Frontier loves sometimes to give us more smaller species like the quokka, meerkats, prairie dogs. So it'd be nice if we got another one of those, especially because hyraxes and marmots are especially unique. Maybe not the marmot, it is almost similar to the prairie dog, but for Europe, but definitely the hyrax, because the hyrax is something that we do not have anything really close to that much. I guess the meerkat, but it is still super different. And as for an exhibit animal for a Highlands pack, it could be anything as far as the Mangshang pit viper from China, I believe. There is the Chinese giant salamander, which is an icon and probably the most popular choice for an exhibit animal currently. And also, if we're talking about mountains specifically, it could also be a chameleon species, because a lot of chameleons do live in mountainous ranges, especially for the one I have chosen, which is the Jackson's chameleon, which is probably one of the most famous types of chameleons. So there's that. So yeah, there's one aspect of what this could be and what kind of animals we would see. I personally think Highlands pack is probably the most likely for this pack to be, but it could be something else, and that is moving on to our second option. It is a Zookeeper animal pack, or any kind of celebration anniversary type animal pack, something to bring the game to its end, something to just send off the game really well. And to obviously do that, I would imagine that they would choose animals that are pretty high up on the wish list. Now, the three animals that were already in the pack art, the baboon, palace cat, and markhor, are pretty decently up the wish list. They're not at the very top, but they are pretty close. So if we were to add on to this and choose species that would also fit in this pack theme if it was a Zookeeper pack, there are a lot of options. Again, bringing back the Goodfellas tree kangaroo, the secretary bird, howler monkey, spider monkey, which is my personal favorite of this list, pelican species, duck species, walrus, which is a very popular one among the community. I've seen a lot of requests for that. The South American coati is another one that is very requested. I believe it is at the #1 slot at the wish list for at least 2023, I think. The muskox is another one, shoebill, great crown crane, short-beaked echidna, and king cobra. The king cobra, like I said, for an exhibit animal, that it just makes sense. A lot of people are funny if we have like in-game cobra props, and we also have the cobra engine that the game runs on, but to not have an actual cobra species would feel a bit out of place. But yeah, that's basically all I got for the Zookeeper animal pack. It's really just animals from the made-a-wish list, or the highest points of the made-a-wish list. And then finally, I have the last potential theme, which is an Asian animal pack. Now, I personally don't really think this is possible because the Hamadryas baboon isn't really, I know it's found in Asia, it's found in between Asia and Africa, and mainly towards like the area of like Arabia, but it's not known to be in Asia, and for it to be a headliner animal in this pack, it seems a bit fishy to me, just because it's not, or sorry, it is from Asia, but it's not known to be in Asia. You would automatically associate baboons with Africa when it comes down to like thinking about where they're from. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe it is an Asian animal pack, and we'll say that we'll throw all this to the wind and we will see what animals could fit inside an Asian animal pack. And to me, those are the yak, again, definitely an icon of Asia, yellow-throated marten, Asiatic lion, which is a bit debatable one because I've seen some people not want it because it's like, oh, okay, the second lion, whatever. I would like to get a good looking lion. I would prefer if they just updated the current lion instead of adding a new one. There's also golden snow-nosed monkey. This is the other thing. It feels weird if they added two primates in the same pack. It's not impossible, but it just feels really weird if they did that. Other ones I have here, the golden pheasant, Himalayan monal, and then we also have the muntjac, which would be a nice species because I know some people want a smaller species of deer. And then finally, I put in the Chinese giant salamander again for the exhibit animal. There's not too many animals for an Asian animal pack, at least that I could think of. So there you go. That is what I would think would be included in either of these three themes, which I personally think we're going to get one of these themes, either Highlands, Zookeeper, or Asia. More leaning towards Highlands, but we will see that when the time comes. Hopefully we get an announcement this week, because I really thought it would happen on National Zookeeper Day, but I was humbly misspoken, so that did not happen. So let's see if it happens this week. If it doesn't, then I don't know what to do with myself. I hope you all enjoy. Hit the subscribe button if you did enjoy the video, and if you want to see actually some really cool Planet Zoo builds or other games. If you want to do that, please hit the subscribe button, like the video if you enjoyed my speculations. Let's hope that we can get this right together, and hope we can get a couple species. Let me know what kind of species you want to see in the next pack, because we are hopefully approaching the announcement quite soon. So there you go. I hope you all enjoy it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys, and have a great rest of your day.